The real-life Smiling Critters plushies have been revealed one by Mob Entertainment. The latest ones that got announced were Monster Catnap and Bobby Bearhug. They were announced earlier this month and are available for pre-order. It's actually an interesting move for Mob to release the monster version of Catnap before some of the other Smiling Critters. However, it's probably because Monster Catnap holds so much significance to the plot that they decided to produce it sooner. The Monster Catnap plushie is a little bit pricier than the other ones that have been released. It costs $44, whereas the others cost $38. However, it's also slightly larger. While its regular version is 14 inches tall, this one stands at 18 inches, so it should be worth it. Overall, it resembles the Monster Catnap we can see in the game, however some parts don't really adhere to his in-game model. For example, his eyes have a white glow to them in the game, but the plushie's eyes are just a static white. This causes them to look somewhat flat. The moon charm hanging from his neck looks to be smooth like plastic, with a solid yellow color. On the other hand, the game version has a more rough metal appearance. It's also rusty and dirty, which lets us know that this character had his own share of struggles. If you take a good look at his character design for the game, you'll notice that he's covered in fur. However, the fur of the plushie is almost non-existent. Instead of furry, it seems like the plush has a velvety texture. Regarding his body proportion and features, Monster Catnap as a plush is looking plumper than his in-game counterpart. His legs are also shorter, and his ribs aren't protruding as much, which gives him a more friendly appearance. The sharpness on his claws have also been reduced, which makes sense since plushies are supposed to be cute and huggable. Despite that, you can still feel a sense of wickedness from this plushie, so whoever's on the product design team did a good job in balancing Monster Catnap's cuteness and sinister look. If there's one thing about this, it's the fact that the description says, "Red smoke not included." I know some of you had your hopes up, but we won't be experimenting any crazy hallucinations. We can sleep soundly at night knowing that Monster Catnap is by our side. As for the Bobby Bearhug plushie, it costs $38, which is a little cheaper than the Monster Catnap. Bobby Bearhug is still the same price as Dog Day and the regular Catnap plushie. It's also slightly smaller than the Monster Catnap one, standing at 14 inches tall. Compared to her in-game version, Bobby's plushie head is somewhat more round. In the video game, she smiles so wide that the size of her mouth exceeds the size of her face. However, in her plushie form, Bobby Bearhug's head and mouth are about the same size. So if you look at her from the front, her face is almost perfectly round. Her zipper charm is red-colored and shiny in the game, indicating that it's most likely made from metal, but the plushie's charm is duller, and it doesn't reflect light at all, which means that it may be plastic or rubber. This is also the same case with Monster Catnap we mentioned earlier. And speaking of zippers, hers is black in the game, on the other hand, it's white for the plushie. This one difference seems to apply to the other Smiling Critters as well. Both Dog Day and Catnap's video game versions of their plushies have black zippers, however the production team of these plushies turned them white. The reason is unclear, but in real life, the zippers don't really serve any purpose other than aesthetics. Maybe the zippers are darker in the game because they are more worn out and used. In addition, the plushies don't have any scents. Bobby Bearhug is supposed to release a rose scent from her mouth in the game. Although it would be cool to have this feature in real life, it's probably too complicated to make. Or maybe Mob Entertainment wants to avoid another Catnap recall. What are your thoughts about these two new plushies? And who are you excited to see next? Leave your answers in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.